Hello guys, S2W back again with your next casual consumer's perspective review. For those who are new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button for the latest sneaker related content. But as for today's video, I was luckily able to get one of the most limited sneaker of 2019 released for Black Friday. Unless they restock them for other platforms in the future, it's been confirmed that they have only released these at the juice store retailers and their online website, with their online stock limited to 2,000 pairs. Today, we have the Nike Air Force 1 Low Black Silk by Clot and Fragment design here for a review. This year 2019, Edison Chen's fashion label Clot has partnered up with Nike and Jordan to release some of the most eye-opening collaborative pieces, all constructed with a similar destroyable silk upper. However, amongst these pieces, the pair we're looking at here today is extra special because both Nike and Clot have included an additional partnership with iconic fashion label Fragment design by influential streetwear designer Hiroshi Fujiwara. In terms of today's silhouette, Clot and Nike has actually created their first Air Force 1 10 years ago in 2009, named as the Air Force 1 One World that celebrated Chinese Lunar New Year by its red patterned silk, limited to only 250 pairs. Then in 2018, they released a second colorway dressed in white with the same material and patterning. 2019 marked the release of their third colorway, the Blue Silk, a textile and aesthetic that's basically embedded into their brand at this point, and then ending 2019 with today's Black Silk, but also in partnership with Fragment Design. Let's take a closer look at these sneakers. Aside from its exclusiveness and collaborators, there's a really good reason why these shoes should be hyped up. The construction or craftsmanship definitely deserves its own recognition. Their choice with using a silk upper makes the sneaker a lot more luxurious in hand. For those who don't know, silk has always been a part of Chinese culture and history. It was a display of social class back then, worn especially during special occasions such as weddings and festivities even till this day. This natural fiber was one of the most sought after Chinese exports which connected the East and the West, most notably the creation of the trade route called Silk Road. With its Chinese roots, Clot has decided to carry this Chinese tradition by using silk textile with unique brocade, which are the additional embroidered patterns seen on this fabric, seen on many of their collections since 2007. Aside from the unique Chinese graphics and shapes, this brocade is especially patterned with Clot's logo seen clearly at the toe box of their shoe. Since Fragment Design is part of this collab too, their two electric bolt logo could also be seen if you look hard enough around the sneaker. Besides the toe box, the silk graphics seen on all the other panels will have different patterning, as it's most likely cut randomly from a larger piece of silk textile, thus making each shoe even more unique on its own. On some pairs, you might see their co-branding a lot more at the heel, some a lot more in the middle section, while some like mine are barely seen. Regardless, the upper really shines on its own even though it's dressed in black this time around for Black Friday, literally with its silky and glimmering surface under a light source. If somehow you don't like this silk, like previous colorways, you can actually rip, burn, or cut this silk overlay away to reveal the underlay, which is your staple leather upper. I might actually do that in the future, but from the looks of it, it will reveal a fiery red leather with embossed patterning and even graphics of a Chinese dragon as well. The biggest change is the toe box logo though, which looks to be overtaken by Fragment Design instead. It's really a play on their motif, all for one, letting the community know that beauty is found both on the outside and inside. Other than that, the iconic Nike swooshes on the side are still here, made out of leather for this collab. We'll see these laced up with flat wax laces in black with red metal lace tips. It's threaded with an Air Force 1 metal dubre at the front too, on top of a comfortably padded tongue made out of leather. An embroidered Nike Air silk patch is stitched on top of the tongue as well, and surprisingly, even the internal surface of this tongue is made out of leather. However, if you don't fancy the black laces, these do come with an extra separate bag of wax laces in red with black aglets too. While at the heel, we will see that the Nike Air branding is embroidered to the heel tab of the sneakers, almost camouflaged by all the silk patterns surrounding the area. Inside the shoes, the internal wall liner is constructed with a perforated leather lining, padded just enough to allow our ankles to hug around the heel comfortably. Also, each shoe comes with foam insoles in red, co-branded with the Clot and Fragment Design logos on top of Nike on the left insole, while Nike's branding is on top of Clot on the right. Like always, the insoles are removable, but you'll have to rip them out as it's glued down to the footbed. Midsole wise, they've kept the iconic Air Force 1 rubber cupsole with lightweight Nike Air cushioning inside for all-day comfort. It's a very strong foam midsole known for its longevity and durability on feet. While lastly the outsole, we'll see a gum-colored rubber traction unit stapled to the silhouette, with the Nike branding embossed at the midfoot section. Anyways, here are some Nike Air Force 1 Low Black Silk by Clot and Fragment design fit footage. Sizing wise, I went a half size down as Air Force 1s are known to fit a little bit bigger. Even though I have wide feet, usually it fits me better at half size smaller, and lengthwise, these black silk fitted great without much empty heel space and toe space, but for some reason widthwise, this felt tighter at the forefront area. I'm not sure if it's because the double layer of leather and silk make the shoe a bit more cramped, but it definitely feels slimmer fitted up front. As a wide footer, it's not the most comfortable fitted sneaker for me, but man oh man does it look fantastic both in hand and on feet. For a sneaker like this, it's not a surprise that comfort is the second or third reason to own a pair, but the collaborative effort and artistic design behind this sneaker is what should pop into everyone's mind first. Visual wise, I haven't even begun to remove the silk layer yet, but there are pairs on the internet already that have been destroyed specifically to show you both the black silk and red leather underlay, and man, the black and red pairing looks so fire. I've always liked the low cuts of the Air Force 1s due to their simple and streamlined look, and for this season, the Air Force 1s have definitely become the most worthy collab silhouette. The model itself is already an iconic staple from Nike, and adding more special elements specific to collaborative partners, in this case Clot with their prestigious Chinese inspired silk uppers, the shoe just further elevates not only as a fashion statement but also into a respected art piece. And because of that, this shoe does come at a hefty price point at $250 at retail. If you missed it, resale will be the only option unless they take back on their words and restock them on other platforms, which is hovering around quadruple its retail price. I'm not one to say if it's worthy or not because everyone values everything differently, but let's just say I'm glad I was part of this retail gang. As always, throw me some likes if you like this video, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments out of the 4 Air Force 1 Clots released so far, which is your favorite. I'm honestly surprised that Fragment Design has hopped onto this train to form a 3-way collab. We don't normally see more than one partnership nowadays, and with such an iconic designer as well, it's definitely become one of the most special ones in my collection. That's it for today, S2W signing off.